just lying. I want to know if I can title this live. Let's start a poll. Subscriber. Start the Q&A. Okay. So, on this live, I'm literally going to be talking about the question that I asked in my last live, which was basically, how do you keep up friendships while you're in transition? I just feel like when you're in transition in your life, there's always so much going on. Like, God will have you doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. So many different things in your life is changing. And it's hard to keep up with friendships when all of those different things in your life is changing, especially when you're like how I am. Because I am and have been a major introvert. But when I'm by myself or with the people that I'm really comfortable with, I'm just wild and free. I wanna hold on one second. But yes, I forgot what I was just talking about. Oh, friendships and transition. I know I'm probably gonna have to repeat all of what I just said when people come in, but as of right now, I just want to give kind of like an overview, and I want to hear different opinions about it, and I want to hear like different views and different outlooks on it. Well, I'll just put hi, whoever just came in. Please subscribe if you are not a subscriber. On this video, I'm literally just going to be talking about like friendships and how maybe I should change the poll then. I mean, not the poll, but the Q&A. How friendships survive transition, because my God, my friendships have been rocky. And I really want you guys' opinion on how, like, I just want to see different opinions, different views, different outlooks, because my opinion seems to be pretty prominent. Hi. Hi, what's your name? Jaden. You were on last night. Hey, how are you? Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming in. I want to know how to get rid of this. Okay, so on this video, I'm literally asking, and I want to have different opinions and different view thoughts of like how keeping up with like friendships, Jesus, during transition, because my friendships have been rocky when dealing with transition. Um, and I just want to know if I am looking at this the wrong way, because I'm looking at it like God has me in transition. He's taking me all these different places, doing all of these different things in my life. It's so beautiful, isn't it? He's doing all of these wonderful things in my life, all of these different things in my life. But while going through these transitions, my friendships are kind of getting lost. And I'm a type of person where I'm an extreme introvert, so I can be by myself for long periods of time and not really care about it. Whereas my friends are like, where have you been? Like, what's going on? All of this different stuff. And I just want to know, like, am I wrong for not touching bases sometimes? Well, I'll say yes. That's not really the right way to do it. But, like, I just don't have the words to explain all of the different things that God is doing in my life. So, am I being a bad friend? Is basically the gist of it. Am I a bad friend? Everybody who's Please subscribe if you're not subscribing. But yes, tell me if I being a bad friend, yes or no in the comments. Because, and if you need me to repeat it, then I will. I'll type it up so that you guys have that question prompt right there. Because, my God, I don't think I'm being a bad friend either. Because I'm really not like, I'm like, it's not intentional. Like, I'm not intentionally just, you know, like this live too, guys, please. I'm not intentionally just like disappearing on people. Like, God has literally just started doing so many different things in my life where I just haven't been able to touch bases with people the way that I used to. Like, I'm not talking to them every day, or I'm just not. Oh, welcome back, Tennessee Backroads. I'm not just I'm not as present as I used to be. And honestly, I feel like not that I feel like, but I am not the same person that I used to be. So it's like I'm literally having to gauge life all over again. And sometimes I'm just not able to be the best friend that I was in previous seasons. And it's not that I'm not there for my friends. It's not that I don't still love them the same, but I can't be there to the capacity that I once was because like God is completely renewing my mind and turning me into a completely different person. But sometimes it makes me feel like the way that their reactions and their responses are, it makes me feel like I'm being a bad friend. But I don't think that I am. So tell me if I am or not. Hey everybody, I don't know if I said hey to you guys. Noble OG, hi, how are you? Everly, hi, are you a subscriber? Are you guys subscribers? Thank you guys for engaging because the way that I'm looking at it is like, can I help you with what? The way that I'm looking at it is like, I'm just gonna have to let God do what He's gonna do. I can't literally. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Thank you. Yes, you are a very bad friend. First of all, did you even hear what I said? Let's start there. Let's start that. What you even hear? Did you even hear what I said? Hi, Aaliyah Roy. Thank you so much, all time one. That is so sweet. Um, no, literally, I feel like that just comes with a dog. You literally have to just deal. Aaliyah Roy, thank you so much. Let me look at you because I just feel like that is the sweetest thing. You guys are being so kind on here. Okay, let me repeat myself because I need your opinions. Tyler, no. See, talking about I'm a bad friend and you ain't even hear what I said. You're not being a bad friend. You're just doing what you need to do to make yourself a better year. I usually set my friends aside, sometimes fix myself. Yeah, that's what I felt like I was just doing. Like God was calling me different places and doing different things, so I didn't have the time to engage with them as often. Now Tyler and Twitch, little man, I was just asking like if I was being a bad friend because God literally. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and pin that. Amen. Um, you don't call me anymore. You don't pick up my phone calls. Now you making. Who even are you? That is hilarious. Better self. I know. Thank you so much. That's very hilarious. Hawk, who are you? Let's start there. Y'all are funny on here. I'm sorry. I started talking about something completely different, but I was just saying like God had me in a season of transition and like moved. I moved from out of a different house. Like I moved churches. I moved like my. It was just so many different stuff. It was so many different things going on, and while I was going through that, my mental kind of took a huge toll. And while God had me in transition, I just wasn't able to talk to people. Like I didn't have the mental capacity to talk to anybody to really like get engaged with them the way that I was in prior seasons of my life. Like really being on the phone with them all the time, or just engaging with their friends how you do. And so now that God has kind of renewed my mind to a different mind space and I'm coming into this new person that He's created me to be, I'm cool with reaching out, touching, talking to people, but now it's like they're like, where have you been? All this different stuff. But I feel like there was no love lost. I just wasn't able to, be as active as a friend as I once was before. Um, But if they needed me or anything like that, I would have still been there. Like, I would have literally still been a friend, still would have been loving and kind to them. I just didn't have the capacity to talk to them all the time or be there, be present all the time. Like, if it was something that was like a dire need, then yeah, I would have been there. But like the way that I was before, I just couldn't. I didn't have the capacity. But I feel like some people would label that as being a bad friend, whereas I label that as literally God is bettering me, I'm bettering myself. Um, but I just really wanted to get some opinions on that because that's one thing that I'm really going through right now in my life. And I was in therapy, and my therapist is like, just try to go different, da 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 da. And I'm like, well, like I said, I'm the type of person who's an introvert, and because I've been in that place for so long, it's easy for me to stay there. Listen, please, I actually love that, and I'm gonna steal it. You hang out with Jesus now, and you don't kick it with Moses no more. What? I love that. I love that so much. You're funny, y'all. Please subscribe because I want to see more of you. You're funny. Um, yeah, exactly. I just feel like it was a mental state. But that's actually very hilarious. You're hanging out with Jesus now. You don't kick it with Moses no more. That is hilarious because that's really what they be making it seem like sometimes, and that's not the truth. It's really not. It's not the truth. I had to get, I had to refill my cup. I couldn't pour from an empty cup, and the Lord refilled it. So now I'm full and ready to refill, but it's just like awkward. I feel the awkwardness. It's like, hey, you know that meme on or TikTok or whatever, like, hey, like let's just be regular. Let's just be normal. Like, but I think that's my problem. I come back like nothing ever happened. Like if somebody was to disappear, go away, like, hey, I just had to get myself together. Oh girl, you're good. How have you been? That's just normal for me. Like, but me doing it, it's like the world is about to end, and I just don't. I don't understand. Also, look at my cup. It's so cute. It's a heart. My boyfriend bought it for me. Oh my goodness, this is hilarious. You hang out with Jesus now, you don't kick it with Muslims. I love that. That is hilarious. But yeah, y'all. And then on top of that, how long you been dating for? Me and my boyfriend have been together for 2 years. It'll be 2 years and some change. Yes. Thank you. Um, Therapy has been really good for me. Honestly, I love therapy. It's been really good. Honestly, I thought therapy was gonna be like I went in there and you just tell me now what's going on. Tell me what's wrong. I would talk to her and I would tell her like one story and she'd be like, okay. And I'm like, why aren't you saying anything? Like you're not doing your job. Like what's going on? And it really, literally wasn't until I started to completely open up to her that she would give me different tools, to like battle or not battle, but tools to fight the things that I was dealing with, like rejection and all of those different things. Because rejection was one thing that I had dealt with for a long time. And now it's like I have a whole different outlook on it. So therapy has been really good for me. I have the I am an advocate for Jesus and therapy. I am a because first of all, Jesus gave a therapist the knowledge. So let's start there. Therapy is really good, and I am a advocate where I would say to go if you really need to because I thought about it for years. First of all, I was going to school to be a therapist. Then the Lord called me out. That's a whole nother story. But if you want to watch it, go on my channel. But I was thinking about doing therapy for years, and then I literally just had to do it when I was dealing with transition because it was all things spiritual. Like I'm praying, but it's like first natural, then spiritual. So I had to deal with some natural things as well as the spiritual. I was praying. My therapist was a Christian therapist as well, but I am an advocate for Jesus and therapy. Do I have a KJV Bible? Yes, I do. It was my grandmother's. My grandmother was a pastor. Love her. Um, she just passed away recently, and I have her Bible. But do I read the King James Version on a daily basis? No, I do not. I mean, I'll go to a different version and then I will like, so say for instance, I'll read the New King James Version because it doesn't have all the vowels and the Shakespeare talk that I cannot understand all the time. But I'll read the New King James Version and then I'll go back to the King James Version and it'll like kind of translate it for me. So I don't think that I. But now I'm in this place in my life. My friend Juice is a crazy lady. I don't know if she needs therapy or just a good. What? A good tasing is crazy. First of all, just pray for Juice. Just pray for it. You don't know what she got going on. A good tasing is hilarious. Mm-mm. But then it was another like on top of transition, like whenever the Lord is about to elevate you, He'll take you to Himself as a sense of separation, separating you from a bunch of different people. Go to Psalms 46, count 46 words down, and you'll find shake at the end of the chapter. First of all, that's a whole lot of work. Have you tried that? You've actually done that? No, for real, because Juice needing a good tasing is crazy. Just this taser in the spirit with your prayers. Pray for. Pray that the Lord would convict her spirit. Amen. All right, if you done it, I'm gonna try it one day, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know if it's the truth or not. We gonna see. But so after this whole transition thing, I'm just telling you guys my life right now because why not? After the whole transition thing happening with me and our friends and everything, now God is like catapulting me into a whole nother season of my life. And the enemy was trying to get me to forfeit my next. Like I was literally in a sense of fear. Like, Lord, what if I mess up? What if I stray away from you? What if I forget you? I would just rather stay here. Like literally trying to get me to forfeit my next. Um, I'm sorry. And I literally just had to rebuke the spirit of fear up off me. Absolutely not. Because I literally just posted a video saying it is 1:09 a.m. for me. Um, not to submit to fear, and the enemy tried to attack me with that fear, and I was getting ready to submit to it by trying to say I don't want to go to my next because I don't want to mess up my relationship with God, which is so foolish. But God is good. And one thing that He taught me is as we go from glory to glory to glory to glory, I've never been religion, but I respect it, especially if it helps you find peace or happiness. Well, when it comes to 209 for you, where are you? I forgot. You said California, right? I don't remember. When it comes to Jesus, Jesus is less of religion and more so relationship, because I kind of felt the same way, like, oh, I don't want to get into the religion. Like I remember when it came to a bunch of people's beliefs of thinking like, oh, you go to church, you have to wear skirts down to your ankle, or you can't do this or you're gonna go to hell, or you can't do this or you're gonna go to hell. And I'm like, yeah, I just would rather not until I encountered Jesus for myself. And when I encountered Jesus, I was high, smoking weed high. So, and I know that that sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Jesus met me where I was at. He literally met me where I was because He's all about relationship and love. It's not as much about all of the rules and regulations with Him. So, He definitely holds my peace and my happiness, and I find it all in Him. True joy, because out in the world I had nothing. I was literally miserable. I had happiness, which is temporary, but I never had true joy, like that just exhorts from my soul. I never had that before Jesus. So yes, it definitely does give me my peace. I forgot that you guys are 2 hours behind us because I actually went to college in Arizona and we were on the same time as Cali. Where was we? I mean, were we? I don't even remember at this point. But um the Za was busting is crazy. I literally didn't do the weed. I couldn't because I was a lightweight. It was just something that I was trying. So I did a weed pen. And the drugs were something that I would use to kind of cope with my depression. And now I don't do any of it because Jesus is who my peace is. I was using weed as some form of peace, and it just was not it. Like, to the point where I was almost codependent on it. Like, I would wake up and hit my weed pen before I go to bed, hitting my weed pen. Like, I was dang near addicted without even knowing that I was addicted. Um, so yeah, God is good. Yes, He is. 3 hours behind me. Oh wait, no, for real. Get off drugs. That's hilarious. Um, but yeah, I just didn't know. I just didn't. I just wanted to get some other people's viewpoint of it because um I didn't feel like I was being a bad friend. I just felt like I was kind of just chilling, but everybody else kind of made it seem like I was being a bad friend. So, but he put them here. He put what here? Drugs? Absolutely not. What? And then when you want to get into that debate in terms of weed, when they a lot of people like to use that scripture of like, oh, he put the herbs and stuff here, but what did he put it here for? He didn't put it here for us to be smoking it. He didn't do that for us to be getting high and going and doing all these other things. That would be something else. That's not the truth of the matter. When you have Jesus, the only thing that you need is Jesus. Wait, Elizabeth, put your message back. I was reading it. What happened? So, um, so my next question is, how do I go? What is some advice about me going back into the friendships? Like, how do I go about just because I've been going back as my regular self, but it's just seeming like y'all are something else in these comments. It's seeming like people want me to go through a whole nother trial or know a whole nother like getting to know me lesson or something like that, and I'm just not here for that. Hi, all time one. You're the one who gave me the money. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Welcome back. I am not pleased with all of these people saying that they're not my subscribers because why not? Please subscribe. Um, but yes, no. How do I? Okay, maybe change it. Let me see if I can change it, or can I? Do I just have to make a whole nother? Do I have to make a whole nother question and answer? Um, how do I resume the friendship? If that makes sense. How? Well, I'll just put that back for the people who will join. Now, how do I go about if you trust a friend, I would just tell them what was going on, and I'm sorry that I wasn't there to support you, but I will support you now. But I had to get my priorities straight. Thank you so much for subscribing. I promise I have some good content coming out. And so the thing about it is I did. I was like, I had these going on or this stuff. Well, I didn't really apologize. So I'll take that advice. Thank you for that. I didn't apologize because I felt like it was a God thing. And I normally make it my mission to not apologize for things that God is doing. But you're absolutely right. I should apologize for not being there. Um, um, I don't think you are. You talking to me or Elizabeth? Because she is a beautiful person. But yes, I literally told them that I did not apologize fully. And then when I did apologize, when I did apologize, somebody was like, no, you're not. I was like, I'm sorry. She was like, no, you're not. I was like, well, I mean, I'm really not, but I'm not sorry for just up and disappearing because I don't intend on being a bad friend. I do love my friends, and I am a, I feel like I'm a good friend. You are 15. You're very mature for your age. I would say that. Wow. How old are you guys? Drop your ages in the comments. Um, but you're right. I'm gonna apologize, and I'm gonna mean it sincerely. Um, because my problem was I was just like, I'm not gonna apologize for something that God was doing. I'm not. But I guess the human part of it, rather than just the spiritual, the natural part of it is, I hurt you, and I apologize for that. So yeah, I like that. You're right. Thank you, Elizabeth. Huh. I mean, see, that's the tip that I was on. I was like, I'm not gonna apologize for something that God did because it's God, and I'm not gonna apologize for that. But literally, like I just said, the natural part of it is you were hurt by my disappearance. You were hurt by Brazier. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love that. Um, even great teachers can learn from. Listen, did not despise the youth. Um, that's scripture. Don't despise the youth. But no, because literally, especially in these times that we're entering in, people, God is about to start using younger people, like babies, younger people, like crazy. You know when they were saying, pandemic babies? No, he's literally raising up the babies quicker because the times we're about to enter in is, so yeah, just don't despise the youth. The youths, the youth. I could not get that out. Do not despise the youth because the Lord is using them. Absolutely. Us. I'm only 24. I'm still the youth. Amen. Um, but yes, I would definitely take that advice and apologize for my part in it, like the natural of just not showing up, or not even not showing up, but not really giving an explanation as to why I just dipped out. Because some people were saying that they felt like it was something that they did. Not as many times as I said, no, you did nothing wrong, they still kind of just felt like it was something that they did. I'm like, no, you're fine. It's not you, it's me. But that literally sounds like a whole relationship breakup. It's not you, it's me. But no, it was literally like I have had stuff going on, and my life's just been all over the place, and I had to get some things together. So that was that. Can I pause this? Is there a way for me to pause this live? I am going to leave the room. You look much longer. Thank you. I hope that I hope that I keep that when I get older. But thank you so much. Yes, I'm 24 years old. I'm almost 25. My birthday is in 2 weeks. Yes, I'll be 25. My God. So you guys drop your ages. Tell me how old you are. Tell me where you. Well, I know a lot of people put where they're from already. Um, but yes. How old do I look? You said I look much younger. How old do I look? Because somebody told me that last night. I have a baby face. I know that. And sometimes I just, can't make myself look no older. Even if I want to. Even if I want to. I remember when I was younger, like 21 and stuff like that. And I'm like, I just want the baby face to be not baby no more. I want it to mature. But I love it. I love that I still have my baby face. Um, for everybody who just joined, hi. Ah, milk behind. What? Who are you? Milk behind my ears is crazy. That is hilarious. 19 or 20. Wow, I love that. Thank you. Especially that I'm getting a little bit older. I hope I keep that youth. Amen. For everybody who joined, please subscribe if you are not a subscriber and like this live. I keep on getting lost on how to I'm about to leave this room for about 2 seconds. I have to go to the bathroom, but I can't pause this. So don't leave. I'll be right back. Oh. Okay, I'm back. But it says 0 views. I don't know if anybody is still in here, but it's been saying 0 views and people have still been here. It says, for me, saying sorry to your friends is completely okay. Are you guys still in here? Say something if you are, because it's now saying 0 when I came back, but before it was still saying 0 and y'all was still commenting. Hi, Jaden. Now, if it's interested, okay, y'all are still here. Praise Jesus. I'm sorry. I don't know why I can't read this comment. For me, for me not saying sorry to your friends is completely okay. It's not their fault that your emotions are coming. Yeah, but now I feel like as I've started to like reflect on the whole situation, I feel like there were things that I could have done better. So I'll apologize for my part. I'll apologize for the things that I definitely did wrong. Like, there were definitely times where I could have reached out in the midst of it. Like, hey, just want to let you know, like, I could have been more reassuring to my friends. But I've just never done that before. So it was something that I had to learn. And I can apologize for not knowing something or doing something the wrong way. I can definitely learn and grow from that. So I'll definitely apologize to them for just up and disappearing. Because that's pretty much what I did. And let me tell you guys, it was almost 6 months. It was from October until, or no, September. Maybe 5 months. September until January. That I kind of literally just was like off the grid for a while. But for me, it was really good. But for my friends, it seems like it wasn't really good. So I'm just trying to better myself in that sense. And then I learned that it's okay to get it wrong. Like, it's okay to get it wrong. Literally learning from my mistakes. Yes, absolutely. No, literally, absolutely. I feel like when it comes to friendships, and when it comes to different relationships, because when it comes to my boyfriend, there were many things that I had to learn just in being a relationship with him. But I feel like I'm developing, I'll say, because sometimes I can be selfish, and that's the truth. And I acknowledge that sometimes I can be selfish, sometimes I can do things the wrong way, and I'm human. I'm not perfect. I am still done on the comment. This man's or woman, whomever Hawk is, said that I look like I still have milk behind the ears. That is crazy. Insane, actually. Well, so is it a thing of you not talking to her because of your part, or her not talking to you because she's just busy? Thank you so much, Elizabeth. I really appreciate you. You are a jewel. You really are. You are a blessing. I hope you know that. But one of my friends, she had a baby, and I hadn't really talked to her as often either. But I also am a I have four older sisters, and I'm number five. Obviously, I said four older. I'm number five, and I'm the youngest. They all, or three of them, have children. So I've had nieces and nephews since I was 6 years old. So I understand literally how. Sorry. I understand how a child completely changes your life. So maybe her life just got a little busy, a little hectic. But that's why I said, is it like a her not talking to you, or her you not talking to her type of thing? Jaden, yeah, absolutely. She's just being a mom. And they be busy. Listen, I literally like just have to accept changes as they come. And then on top of, let me just talk about transition for a moment, because I know I talked about the friendship part of it, but transition for me is like, it felt like uh death for a second there. It felt like death. I was ups and downs. I had joyous days, depressed days. I had days where I was just like, Lord, what the heck? I had days where I cried so much that I didn't think that I could cry no more. I cried to the point where it hurt. I had days where I was extremely happy. Like, it was literally ups and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And when you're in that season, who wants to talk to somebody like that? Like, why would I want to project onto you what I'm feeling? Like, if I'm happy one day and you get me happy, then you call me the next day and I'm feeling depressed and you get me that way. Like, you don't want to deal with nobody dealing with that. Like, it would be different if, I don't know, like, that's what my mindset was about it anyway. So maybe their outlook on it is different. But I was just looking at it as like, why would you want to deal with me in that season? That's a confusing season. It was confusing for me. I still can't even explain some of the ways that I felt while I was in a season of transition. Like, it was a whole rebirthing, and it was just a lot. We still talk sometimes, but not like we have. Yeah, I get that. I definitely get that. Um, because I have some friendships that are like that too. Like, we used to talk to each other all the time, and now we talk to each other every 3 months, literally every few months, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. Um, and I just realized that that's just how life is. How do you feel about the fact that you only talk to her every blue moon, or sometimes? Um, I dealt with my bad friend relationship. I dealt with my bad friend relationship sometimes. Can you guys hear me? I don't know if y'all can hear me or not because I know I clicked this mic and now I don't know if y'all can hear me properly. Okay. Do I miss we go to the same church. That was one of the transitions. God's actually transitioned me over to a church where now we all go to the same church. Um, so, well, some of us go to the same church, and then my other friends, kind of just go to different churches. Do I miss them? I do miss them. I do miss our relationship, but I don't ever wanted to go back to the way that it was, if that makes sense, because I feel like I've evolved into a different person where I outgrew certain things and I just don't want the same things. But yeah, we go to the same church, and actually some of my other friends, I was thinking about going to visit their church, or them visiting mine as well. So thank you for that. That's some good advice. That time talking to my friends. You know what? You sound like me. You sound like the same Elizabeth. I just read this message. There are times where I have had, or there are times where I have a bad time talking to my friends, and all the time I'm sad or I have depression and I don't want to make my friends sad or make them feel like I'm a bad person, or they're a bad person. Um, well, the thing about that is sometimes that's tricky. Sometimes that's tricky because sometimes it's the enemy wanting to isolate you. Whereas other times it's you trying to because even though I don't use the words like, oh, you know, the new age terms of different things, but your energy, we are energy as human beings, so you can draw that down as another person. But I feel like with your friends, it's important to reach out to them and tell them like what you're dealing with, because like I said, the enemy, that's his tactic. He wants to isolate you and he wants to keep you to yourself. And what I will tell you is that it does get better, because I dealt with depression as well. I used to deal with it heavily to the point of I used to have, I don't know if I could say the word on this live without them. I used to have thoughts of wanting to go to another place, wanting to not be alive anymore. But God really, He really delivered me from depression. He really did. I used to be in dark times sometimes, and that's actually how I came to Christ. Honestly, if you go watch my testimony video, I explained it all. Um, but yeah, it'll get better, absolutely. And do you believe in Jesus? Do you pray? Do you talk to God? I know I never asked you that, but hi, Tennessee Backroads, welcome back. Um, I feel the same way too, but I reached out for some help at school, and I'm still trying to work with depression. But depression is outside. Somebody, how do you feel about somebody too single for a long time? Huh? How do you feel about somebody being single for a long time? Is that what you're asking me? Um, Elizabeth, I want you to, um, if you can, if you have any other social medias or anything like that, I want you to reach out to me in a DM me on something so that I can talk to you personally. If you want to, I won't say you have to do that or anything, but I just want you to know that it's going to be so much better, because my heart, literally, I feel, um, you know, because I've dealt with the same stuff. But now I'm happy. So, um, divide and conquer. Absolutely, absolutely, literally. So it's important to have a godly community, and those are the people that I'm talking about. Am I being a bad friend to my godly community? Because as I'm saying, like, oh, it's the enemy's tactic to isolate you. I have an issue where I isolate myself as well. So I'm working on it. Elizabeth, follow me on Instagram. Or add me on Instagram. My Instagram name is only Tally. Only Tali. and message me on there. Um, Jaden, sorry, I didn't skip over your question. I was trying to find it. How do you feel about someone being single for a long time? Well, I was single for 22 years. So, God sent me my boyfriend in the year 2022, and he's my first ever boyfriend. And so I feel like being single is completely okay until God sends you that one. I feel like it's fine. Because I know people that are single for 30 years, but the enemy will tell you Tennessee back roads. Follow me on TikTok at authentically Talia. Um, do I need to type that out? Can I type that out? I don't know if I can. I don't really know how to work this for real. Um, I'll change this for a second. Um, TikTok is. Do y'all need me to type this TikTok out before I waste my time doing this? Or is. Hold on. Excuse me. Yeah, so being single is completely okay. Now, Jaden, there were definitely times where I had the option to talk to different people and stuff. Now, when I was in high school, I would talk to people for fun. I would. So, um, but it was never anything that I knew that I always would tell God like I don't want to date anybody or anything unless it's my husband. Um, so my boyfriend is literally my first ever boyfriend. Anybody else was just like we would talk here or text here and there, like, hey, what you doing? Little lame whatever stuff. But me and my boyfriend, and God had to tell me so many different times, like I asked for so many different forms of confirmation with my boyfriend because I was like, if it's not from you, Lord, I don't want it at all. And so I was always very stern and very firm with guys, like, hi, but I'm not interested in you, like at all. Um, I've been single for 5 years now. The best part is having your own space. Well, I still live with my dad, so um, amen. I don't think I would like to live by myself. I did when I was living with my mama, um, and she would work overnights, and so I would have our condo to just myself, and yeah, it was cool while it was cool for a time, but yeah, it just I don't think I would love living by myself. I'm so used to like having people and stuff around because like I said, I'm you're in love because you kept mentioning I am in love. Please. It's not listen, I just you know what? You're actually very hilarious. I keep mentioning my boyfriend because I am in love with him. I love him so much. Um wait, somebody oh it's okay. I have TikTok and I can download it on social media just to have a chance to reach out for someone to talk to because I really have anyone to talk to. TikTok is definitely cool, a cool platform. No, absolutely not. Because you know what's crazy? I met my boyfriend through them, so it wasn't a sense of we were all just this big community, like me and my boyfriend and our friends, and it was yeah. It wasn't a sense that I was just distancing. They were actually his family, some of them. So, uh, King Dylan, hi, how are you? Are you a subscriber? Please subscribe and like this live. We're just on here talking. The worst part is, hold on. Y'all moving too fast. Give me a second. Hold on. The worst part is tied to my depression is how my mom and dad's relationship and also family is breaking apart. But Elizabeth, you're a subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. Please like this live. Um, Elizabeth, I actually before I don't know if I did, but do you believe in Jesus? I don't want to kind of like force it on you, but I do want to, you know, Ask you that. Do you believe in Jesus? Do you pray? Because prayer would be the answer to those things. Um, listen, my boyfriend don't even have nothing to do with these. Um, if I could buy a dealership, Jesus, if I could buy a dealership, what would your dealership name be? A dealership. What would I deal? Because when I think of dealership, I think cars, but um, no, it was a whole thing of it was a whole thing of okay, so your whole family is Christian and you believe in. I'm sorry, I'm gonna come back to these questions or whatever somebody else said. You said your whole family is Christian and you believe in Jesus. There's time. Do you believe in Jesus because your family believes in Jesus, or do you believe in Him for yourself? Because there is a difference. Because I was kind of on the same line of things. Like, I knew Jesus was real. I knew He existed, but I um I never had that relationship with Him for myself until my sophomore year in college when I actually gave Him my life. I don't want to be mod. I don't like mod. What's mod, guys? Do you have a mod? What's that? If I had a dealership, um, Kingdom Royalty, I guess. Actually, isn't that a dealership already? But you know, I'm all about Kingdom and Royalty. Um, Hawk, you said so. Your friend shouldn't be mad at you. They should be, but it wasn't him either because he also had to leave. Along with that transition, he also had to leave for a job, so he was gone too. It wasn't. It was both of us going through transitions in different times of different things in our lives, and God just dealing with us on a separate level. So that's really what it was. But we just were kind of leaning on each other in that time. Like we were FaceTime every day, but like it was like a thing of we're both going through transition and we don't know what's happening. Like we were still sticking with each other, but in terms of talking to anybody outside of us, it was like a lot because we couldn't really explain, or I know I couldn't really explain what was really going on. Um, um, you said I don't really know. I do believe there's times where he does help and help me from things, but there's times where I don't believe. Okay. Do you want to know him? Do you actually have a desire to get to know him for yourself? Uh, don't call on God for help. Hold on. I'm going to need you to explain that a little bit further because, you know, I be calling, Lord, help me to do this. Help me to do that. I'm calling on Jesus at every drop of a dime. Please, hold on. Wait, okay, somebody said mod. What is mod? Are you saying um, what do they call them? A moderator. Um, this is for trolls. Because when somebody will get in the chat and be a troll and a mod can ban him. Oh, okay. Are you asking me to be that? Do you want to be that for me? There's times where I do want to reach out to Jesus and actually be with him. My mom is very strict with Christian, and my mom makes it seem like it's bad even though she wants me to be Christian. See, I get you. I understand a little bit of my upbringing. So my grandma was a pastor. She passed away. God rest her soul. Love my grandmother so much. She's the sweetest lady. But she was stuck in her ways. Sometimes they were like stuck in their ways. But she was a powerful woman of God. But when I think about the way that my older sisters were raised up, because my mom didn't like force me to follow like Jesus or anything like that. It was me kind of making that decision for myself. But the foundation was always there. So that's what they were responsible for, laying that foundation. I grew up um, you know, I was a kid, but they were going to church. They felt like they had the belief of you can only wear skirts, you can't wear pants, you have to wear, you know, you have to do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like all these different rules and different regulations. But when I came to Jesus, I have a whole testimony video about that, and I want you to go watch it, please. Because I really think that it'll help you. Um, I think he's saying real stuff. I think. I could be wrong, but oh, okay. See, I figured you were saying that word, but that unholy word, amen. But amen. I figured you were saying that one, but you know I don't curse, so I just said stuff. But Elizabeth, sorry, I'm gonna come back to you. Um, Lord, why does my mind keep on? What was I saying? Somebody refresh what I was talking about, please. Because I don't even remember what I was just saying. Um, right. The way that we were raised up, thinking that we couldn't do this and it was strict and all of this stuff. And that's why I always, whenever I tell people about how I had my encounter with God, when I had my encounter literally with Jesus, I was high. Like, he came to me and met me where I was. It wasn't a sense of, you better do this, you gotta do this, you do this. No, he met me where I was. Like, if you read the Bible, Jesus sat with the sinners, meaning he was out in the world. So there was not a sense of, um, Jesus is not rules and regulations. Jesus is relationship. So if you truly want to know him, just seek him. Literally say, Jesus, I want to know you. Please show up for me. I'm tired of life the way that it is, and I'm trying to see how it is with you. Like, I'm trying to see if you real, show up. Basically. And that's what I told him. I was like, Lord, I remember being in my college dorm depressed. So depressed. And I was like, if God is supposed to be with me, then why am I dealing with all of this stuff? Like, and this is a point where I just knew that my foundation was Jesus and it was laid, but I didn't have a relationship with him for myself. I was like, if I'm dealing with all of this, I mean, if you're supposed to be with me, why am I dealing with all of this? And I'm like, I'm getting to the point where I'm losing my faith in God. And I don't want to lose my faith in God because I felt like it was all that I had, even though I didn't really have a relationship with God. So I was like, show up, like, help me. Where are you? And y'all are going to think I'm crazy. And I don't even care at this point because I know what I know what I know. A few months later, it was December 2019, December 31st. It was New Year's Eve. Is Elizabeth still on? Because you're really the reason that I'm talking about this right now. So if you're on here, say hey. Um, this chat is really positive. I would like to bring you guys to the next tiers. What's that? What's the next tiers? The next tiers? What's that? Elizabeth, are you still on here? Level. What's that mean? Like the next level of what? But yeah, seek after God and he will show up for you. Elizabeth, I really want you to go watch my testimony video because I really feel like it'll help you. Just in coming to Christ and everything, because my journey was literally pretty much around the same thing. How many organs do you have in a person? I have no idea. Sorry. I don't know. But the good thing about me is I get a chance to bring the depression and sadness away for a second or two to be able to be happy for doing art. Yes, I love art as well. I absolutely love art. I know what the largest organ is, and it's your skin. I know that. But as far as the numbers and all that stuff, lost me. I'm gonna leave. Oh no, I'm not. I'm good. Elizabeth, please go watch my testimony video because it will give you a deeper explanation of the things that I'm saying, because I literally was the same way. Like, I lived my life, most of it was like depression was 95% of my life, and 5% of it was happy sparks here and there. Happy spikes. Now my life is 90% joy, and I have ups and downs here and there. So God completely transformed my life. And this is not for me to say that when you give your life to Jesus, you're not going to go through things, because you're going to still go through stuff. He never told us that this was going to be easy, but he literally did tell us that he would be with us. And him saying that was absolutely, I will try to find a video and watch it. Is there a way that I can um maybe I can show you on my TV? Give me a second. I'm going to try to show it to you on the TV. But what was I saying? You're still gonna go through stuff. He never told us that we weren't gonna go through anything. And I would say that the peace, Jesus is the peace in the storm. You're literally gonna go through stuff, but you're gonna have peace in the things that you can have peace. You can choose to have chaos by not keeping your eyes on him. I hope I'm not losing you, but on all of what I'm saying, because I'm kind of jumping around, but it all applies. I told her to Jesus. I'm tired and my mind is everywhere. But I do want to show you this video so that you can go look at it. I believe there is a higher power, but you gotta put the work in yourself. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Turn that pain into champagne. Well, you believe in a higher power. What is like? Because a lot of people say that. Like, what higher power do you believe in? And as far as somebody coming to save us, Jesus came. He came and saved us from the sin. He came and saved us from eternal damnation. But there's absolutely work that we have to put in. He ain't coming down here to do nothing for us. He ain't coming to do the work that he gave us. Power and dominion. He gave us. Let me see, trying to follow for help, make it. 101 girl thing. 101 girl thing is hilarious, but absolutely. Yes. Oh, she's gorgeous. Yes, this video that I'm about to show you guys, I'm not going to show you the video. I'm literally just going to show you the picture of it. I'm showing it for Elizabeth, but I'm showing it for everybody so that you guys can see how lovely. Here it is right here. Can I flip this? This is the video that I'm talking about. Yeah, you're absolutely right. These are literally the videos that's why I asked if you guys were from these videos, because these were the videos that most of my followers came from, because they just blew up. In those videos, I was not wanting to do at first. So yeah, you're absolutely right, because sometimes I want to hear from a girl as well, just to get that perspective, because sometimes a man doesn't know a woman's perspective, and a woman doesn't know a man's perspective. You added me on TikTok. Perfect. I will reach out to you. Turn that pain into champagne. I like that. Y'all been coming up with some stuff. First you said, I've been kicking it with Jesus, that I don't have time for Moses and them no more. Then he said, turn that pain into champagne. I forgot what else. Y'all been on here cutting up. I'm going to leave again for 2 minutes. Don't leave. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Yes, please watch it whenever you get the chance to. Jaden, you said that's true though. What were you talking about? Yes, sometimes, yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, Hawk. Sometimes friends and family can also help. When you say, what do you mean by breaking down? I don't know why I keep on drinking all this water. I keep leaving and then study drinking this water. I can't really tell because again, it keeps on saying 0 views. So if you're still in here with me, just say me. Type in the chat me. Y'all, so somebody he was in here earlier, he literally said like he literally told me oh yeah, absolutely. He told me he suggested that I go live every day for the next whatever days. So I said I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna be going live every day for maybe I don't know how many days. I'm not gonna give a set amount of days, but I'm gonna be going live. I know that I will be on here later today or tomorrow night. I mean not tomorrow night, but later tonight. Should I reach out to family and friends? Okay. Elizabeth, yes, please reach out to me. I will talk with you and you know whatever else you need at this moment in time. Because well, one thing that I will not promise you is I am not Jesus, so I cannot heal you, heal all your problems. But I will, I can tell you my testimony and because you seem to have gone through or are going through a lot of things that I have gone through and made it on the other side of. And that's why I am constantly telling you like it absolutely gets better. I know sometimes while you in it, it doesn't seem like it, but there is a brighter day that comes. Literally scripture says, I'm gonna paraphrase it, but Romans 8 and 18 that what is the Jesus sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared to the joy that is coming. So joy is coming. Yes, I know we stay in a womb for 9 months. What is going on? Back to the 9 organs. Oh, man. Elizabeth, where are you from? 9 months is 40 weeks. Okay. Can y'all see me better? I feel like this screen was just very blurry for a second. I'm from Ohio. Oh, so you're not that far. Y'all are coming from all over the place on tonight. Somebody was from England. Somebody was from where did you put it? I was wondering for somebody from Connecticut. Somebody was from I forgot. I'm sorry. Hawk. Amen. Where are we getting to here? Are you trying to lead us up to something big? The Bible always mentions about 40 years. Amen. Okay. Come on, keep going. Please. First of all, Dexter, what is that? Is that the cartoon? Don't think wrong, okay? But you know we have 9. Listen here. I need you to get to the point. Get to the chorus of the song. The lump under the mat is. What is the chorus? A serial killer. Okay. I don't think I've heard of Dexter. I don't know why I thought of Dexter being like one of those little Cartoon Network cartoons. 40 weeks times 9 months is. Are we like perfect circle? Some people call a perfect circle alpha and omega. Never heard that before, actually, but it makes perfect sense. I'm sorry, I'm back on my phone. Alrighty. Honestly, Elizabeth, I understand. Um, I understand what you're going through, and I know it may not seem like it at this time, but all of it is meant to build you and build your character. Just like you were able to give me that wonderful piece of advice earlier, it's all making you into who you are, a wonderful person. And sometimes we go through rough things, like so I get it. Oh my God, it's 2 o'clock. Jesus, I need to go to bed. How much more? Not also not wanting to jump off of the course of your question about friendship. Listen, I feel like I kind of came to the conclusion of what I need to do, and 3:10. I don't remember where are you at again. Do you guys not have school or work in the morning or anything? Cause me either. I'm just up. I'm just up chilling. You said you're Oh right, you're from Connecticut. But I think I figured out what I'm gonna do. Just apologize to my friend in a way that they actually feel it. So, and I'm also having a birthday party soon, so it'll be a good time for us to connect and everything. But thank you guys so much for your different POVs. Uh, I have school in the morning, but I usually am awake during the morning. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I keep swiping these out. Whenever I swipe out, does this screen say paused, or is this still on here? Like, is that how I pause it? Does it say paused for you guys? Sleep during the evening. I feel that. I was the same way. I'm still trying to get my sleeping schedule together, so yeah, I can't really say anything. Stay blessed and stay Moses. Amen. Good night. Thank you for your nightly. Thank you for entertaining me on tonight or on this morning, and thank you for subscribing. Well, guys, I am going to get ready to end this live because the amount of times I've yawned is crazy. But thank you guys so much for sticking on here with me and just entertaining and talking with me and giving me advice. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate whoever, I forgot who it was that gave me this money. That was so sweet. All time one. Thank you so much. Such a sweetheart. Um, but yeah, I will be back on later today as of um February 18th. I will be back on later because I did say that I was gonna go live. Yes, I'm about to get off because I don't have anything else to talk about and I'm sleepy. Um, but I am gonna come back on here later today. Like I said, I promised that I would be getting on here every day just to talk about random stuff. And I think I'm gonna actually bring different topics to talk about. Like I think that was good, like actually talking about something rather than just sitting on here because there are a lot of different things going on in my life that I can be talking about. So yeah, I'll be back on here. I don't know what time. I won't say a specific time because it can be earlier in the day or it could be like these hours late at night. So thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you for watching. I pray that everybody has a blessed night and sweet dreams. And you guys know that Jesus loves you and he's always here for you. So turn on your post notifications. Your post notifications. Yes, please do that. Or my post notifications, and I guess it'll tell you like when I go live. So yeah, it was good having you guys. Thank you, Jaden. This is your second time being in here. Thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you. And I will be back on here, and I will talk with you guys soon. Good night.